I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, good Thursday morning, Brahmins. Let's talk cell phones really quickly. Apparently, here at main campus, we came back from the first 9 weeks and went, oh, there's no cell phone rules. Because we got a lot of cell phone referrals on Tuesday, like a lot. So remember, the cell phone policy has not changed. It is not going to change, guys. So the expectation here on main campus is that when you enter that classroom, you're following the classroom rules. Most of them are that the cell phone is put away in your backpack, out of sight, silenced, and you're not using it during the 50 minutes you are in that room. Some teachers have you put it in a little cell phone holder area. It's all dependent based on what classroom you are. But what is consistent across this campus is that your cell phone is to be put up for that full 50 minutes. Pep rally scheduled tomorrow because we will have our last pep rally of the year. Yay!
Good morning, everyone. I just have to say a huge shout out to teachers and students, juniors, sophomores, freshmen, seniors. Every single student on this campus did what they needed to do while they were here during a huge PSAT testing day. All of testing was done by the end of second lunch. So congratulations to you guys. We don't get those scores for about a month from now. I promise I will get those out to your teachers when they do come in. In the meantime, if you're interested, go in, create, and log into your College Board account so that you can get those notifications right to your email. The next big testing day is November 5th. I read it wrong on my sticky note. November 5th is ACT paper-based test. It is the only paper-based test that we offer on this campus to obtain a concordance score. So if you're a junior or senior still in need of a concordance score, that Wednesday, November 5th, you will get the chance to take that ACT on paper. Definitely a great opportunity because we don't have many paper-based tests, and it gives you a chance to mark up and move around that test. So just on the horizon. Other than that, have a great day.
Hey, good morning, Brahmins. And to just piggyback off of what Miss Norman said about cell phones, that includes any personal electronic device.
Good point.
Bringing tablets or your own Chromebook, they are not allowed. You have to use your school Chromebook. Headphones are not allowed unless they are wired to your Chromebook and you're using them for educational purposes that the teacher has assigned to you. All of those things fall under that policy. So if you're using them, then you risk getting a referral as a consequence, plus whatever consequences attached to that referral. Anyway, on to better news. Friday is the deadline for senior ads, so make sure that you are going onto the website and you are uploading those in before tomorrow. Also, baby pictures and your choice of senior pose. Our competitive team worked hard sharpening their motions and stunting techniques, signage, crowd engagement, and team bonding strategies at the UCA camp, where they received a superior rating at the UCA camp and received an invitation to perform at a halftime show for the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. So congratulations, ladies. In that, the top girl was Kira. Cheer Heart went to Natalie and Michaela, Most Improved Techniques for Dallas Haley and Brooke. Best dancer was Kalila. Best technique was Shelby. And huge congratulations to our 4 athletes that were selected as All-Americans to represent OHS this year. And that is Kalila, Michaela, Kira, and Natalie. So congratulations, ladies. Boys lacrosse has their meeting today at 2:30 in Mr. St. Martoni's room. JV plays tonight at 7:30 against Frostproof. That's here at home. Girls golf will be playing at 3:30 tonight at the KOA golf course. And tomorrow, remember, is our final home game. So with any of those games that you're attending, make sure you have your ID and you're buying your tickets on hometown ticketing. And that's all I have. Have a great day.
Hey, freshmen, tomorrow's pink out. So, like, Miss Hurst has the color on today with that, like, sweater she's rocking there. But I need you to come in your pink tomorrow. So, everything pink. Let's bring that energy tomorrow. Let's get excited for that last home game tomorrow night. It's pink out and it's senior night. So, everything wrapped into one. Make sure you have your ID. Also, tomorrow, we have a couple things going on campus. We have our lunchtime reward for students who are better than average in attendance. So our average school attendance for the first quarter was a little over 92%. So we have pulled a list of students who were at or above that, and it's like over 200 students spread out over both lunches. So we're going to do some root beer floats and some hot chips for you tomorrow during lunch. Your ELA teachers have the list. So what you'll need to do is, as we cycle through lunch, you'll need to come up to the table. You'll need this because we need to know who you are. You need to bring your ID up. We'll cross you off the list and set you up with your reward. So we appreciate your efforts to be here. That does make a huge difference in your achievement. And that's why we're pushing it so much this year. Also, it is PBIS tomorrow, PBIS Reward Day. Everyone comes here. Now, I know some of you, band, cheer, football players, there's a pep rally at the end of the day. Yes, there will be a bus. There will be a bus. When we release for PBIS, there will also be a bus in the bus circle for you to get on to go over to the pep rally if you so choose. You know, as much as we would love to have you here to have fun at PBIS, if you want to go rock the pep rally, we're good with that too. That's a different kind of fun, so we're good with that. But you guys will have to make a little choice there, I think, about where you're going to be. So, but we'll have a bus for you tomorrow for that. And so just don't forget your pink tomorrow. And that's all I got, Ms. Norman.
All right, last thing, look at how cute these shirts are. Oh my goodness, they are precious. And they are on sale on RevTrack, along with those really cool Brahmin hoodies and zip-ups that OFC is offering. And they say Okeechobee High School down the sleeve. So 3 really neat items for you guys to go in and purchase if you're needing some more Brahmin swag. And that's for anybody, your family, adults on our campus, students. I'm going to send this back out to you guys. There is a link directly. The QR code isn't working right now. There's a link right there that you can click on, and it'll take you to RevTrack to purchase those items online if you'd like to be able to use a credit card. If you want to pay in cash, then just come on up to the office and see us. All right, guys, it's going to be a great one. As together we move forward, be great, and be
Brahmins
all day.
Hello, welcome back to this month's wellness video. My name is Katherine Williams and I'm the Director of Mental Health and Behavioral Supports. It's great to see you again. Last month in September, we discussed signs and symptoms of mental illness plus the stigma that sometimes follows that. We discussed that we want to remove that stigma by learning more about mental health and teaching others. We talked about suicide prevention and having positive supports in our lives. This month in October, we want to define, discuss, and review coping and coping strategies. We also call it self-care. Okay, let's get started. Before we dive in, we want to establish a few ground rules for our classrooms. As we present our topics, these ground rules will help us have productive and respectful discussions, as well as safe learning environments within our classrooms. Our first ground rule is that we should all listen with an open mind. We need to respect each other's beliefs and opinions, even if we do not agree. We will avoid personal stories. It is okay to ask questions and to share information with the class. However, we want to be sure to leave individual names out of the stories or questions. Next, we will be supportive of one another. We will not tease or make fun of anyone or anything that is said in this class. We will listen when someone is speaking and only one person will speak at a time. We will be respectful. Our last and most important ground rule is that whatever is shared in this room stays in this room. This is a safe space to speak and ask questions. What is said in this room should not be gossiped about later in the hallways, cafeteria, classrooms, or on social media. However, please know that we want you to discuss with your parents or guardians the material that is presented in our videos. It is important to note that if a student discloses harmful behavior or potential harmful behavior to any adult, that adult is required by law to report that behavior. Let's talk about coping skills. Coping skills are designed to address certain stressors in our lives, which when applied will minimize and reduce stress. Coping skills that are effective are referred to as adaptive, which basically means they are healthy, worthwhile, and beneficial to use, while maladaptive is a method of coping that can be unhealthy and can actually increase stress, problems, and challenges over time. Today we are going to discuss healthy, adaptive coping strategies. We also call this self-care. What does self-care really mean? It is taking care of your personal hygiene, eating well, getting enough sleep, getting some exercise, making time for social activities, and paying attention to your thoughts and feelings. Self-care is the most important way to boost and maintain both emotional and physical health. We also call this being self-aware. Many people today neglect it due to a lack of time, and this negatively impacts the lives of those who do not make sure they are putting themselves first. Teachers, please pause the video to allow students to discuss some of their self-care practices. Self-care and coping strategies help us to be more resilient. Being aware of those healthy and positive practices that work for us is so important because using those skills can help us change our attitudes and mindset. The ability to recognize how our thoughts and ideas influence our choices and actions and impact others is a part of self-awareness and self-management, which are resiliency traits. Do you remember from last month that resiliency means the ability to bounce back? That is important when dealing with stressful situations. Is it always easy? No, you must dig deep inside of yourself and even ask for help sometimes. Let's review resilience by taking a minute to review the poster on your screen that lists the 11 resilience traits that you saw in last month's video. Teachers, please pause the video for a minute for students to look over the poster. Sometimes, as you're working through a situation, you may feel anxious or nervous. When this happens to me, I like to take deep breaths. Why deep breaths? Because when you are calm and relaxed, your body is in rest and digest mode. Sometimes we feel stressed, angry, or anxious when we experience conflict with someone. Having a difference of opinion or feeling angry or upset at times is normal, but how we respond and react can impact whether something is resolved or becomes an even bigger problem. Conflict resolution is a coping skill that can be used to work through anything from a simple difference of opinion to an all-out argument. Conflict resolution is important to use before feelings escalate, as conflict could lead to a friendship ending or even a fight. The following video covers some basic steps for addressing conflict in a healthier, more positive approach.
Conflict Resolution 101. Conflict is a natural part of life. Managing conflict in a healthy way helps strengthen our relationship with people we care about. Here are 5 quick tips for resolving conflict. Number 1. Focus on the problem at hand. Focus on the issues being discussed. Bringing up old mistakes can get in the way of finding a solution. Number 2. Recognize and control your own feelings. During an argument, take a moment to collect your thoughts and feelings, then respond in a calm and respectful manner. Number 3, be willing to forgive. Throughout life, we have all made mistakes. Be open to apologizing and forgiving. The end goal is to strengthen the relationship. Number 4, don't just listen, but hear. Keep an open mind when another person is telling you their side of the story. Actively listen to understand their point of view. Number 5, negotiate and compromise. People's ideas or perspectives may be different from yours. Try to take others' thoughts into consideration and work towards a compromise. Thank you.
Now that you have learned some steps to resolve conflict, please take a minute and think of a conflict you have experienced with someone and share with the group how you could have handled the situation differently. Maybe this would have led to a better outcome. Or maybe you used conflict resolution skills and you can share how that helped resolve the problem successfully. Teachers, please pause the video now for this discussion time. Sometimes you may be paired with someone or placed in a group for a project with people you don't really know or don't have similar interests. How could you apply some of the conflict resolution skills from the video to make group decisions? If you said finding a compromise, using give and take, and or really listening to the other person's point of view, you're correct. These are ways that can help us come to an agreement with someone. The flight, fight, freeze response is your body's natural reaction to stress or danger. It helps you react and respond to a perceived threat, danger, or stressful situation. It is an automatic reaction. You cannot control it. You may feel your heart rate and breathing may increase, and you may get sweaty. Here's a short video to help explain.
You know what anxiety feels like. We all do. Everyone experiences anxiety in some way or another. It's something that connects all of us together. Why we feel anxiety and what it really is, that may surprise you. Without anxiety, we'd all be in serious trouble. As soon as your brain senses you're in danger, a little piece of it, called the amygdala, kicks in. It gets your body ready to react. That could mean fight, run away, or shut down. It's called the fight, flight, or freeze response. This reaction goes back millions of years to our distant animal ancestors. Animals whose amygdalae were more sensitive to danger were more likely to stay alive and off the menu. Over millions of generations, this developed into the system we all know as anxiety. So you see, anxiety itself is not all bad. But when there's no immediate life or death threat, and your amygdala keeps telling your body that you're in danger, that's when anxiety becomes a problem. Your amygdala doesn't know the difference between getting eaten and public speaking or failing a test. Human society has only existed for a relatively short time. It's messy and complicated and confusing, and our amygdalae just haven't had time to catch up. So sometimes, when we're in uncomfortable situations, our brains misread the risk and overreact. Our hearts beat faster and we breathe heavily, pulling more oxygen into our bodies. The muscles in our arms and legs tense up and fill with blood. Our skin perspires to cool us down. This would all be great if we needed to fight or run, but instead, we just feel tense and sweaty. Sometimes our minds go blank and we feel like we can't move or talk. That would be great if we needed to hide. Instead, we just feel stuck. When things trigger our anxiety, sometimes we try to avoid them, like our ancestors avoiding a predator. But that can cause problems when those triggers are important parts of life, like going to school or meeting new people, things that won't just give up and go away. So how does knowing all this help? Well, it starts with remembering what's really going on. There's nothing physically wrong with you. It's just your amygdala trying to tell you it thinks you're in danger, even if it gets confused about how much danger you're really in. Understanding why we feel anxiety is an important step in learning to manage it.
Taking deep breaths instead of shallow ones is one way to tell your body to get back to resting and digesting. That's why deep breathing is so important. Remember, be aware of what your body needs. Okay, so let's watch a short video on deep breathing.
Hey everyone, my name's DJ412 and I have Jumpin' Jamie here with me today, and we are a part of the Strong for Life Challenge team.
Today we're going to be doing an exercise to calm the body and mind by slowing down and focusing on deep breathing exercises.
This is a chance to reset and calm the body and mind at any point in the day. So go ahead, get into a comfortable position. You can either close your eyes or keep them open, whichever one feels more comfortable to you. Place your hand on your stomach so that you can feel your hand moving up and down with each breath. I want you to inhale slowly through your nose and fill your stomach with air. Hold the breath for a few seconds, and now exhale through your mouth. Great job, everyone. As we take another deep breath, pay attention to your body. If you feel any tightness or stress, imagine releasing it from your body with each exhale. So if you have your eyes closed and you want to open them, go ahead. But if you want to keep them closed, it's all up to you. Inhale through your nose, hold for a few seconds, then exhale through your mouth. Wonderful job. Letting go of any tension or tightness in your body. Take another deep breath in through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and then exhale through your mouth, letting go of any worry or stress. Let's take a few more slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through the mouth. Pay attention to how your body feels with each exhale. Let your muscles relax. Wonderful job, everyone. Pay attention to how your body feels. With each exhale, let your muscles relax. You can practice deep breathing at any time whenever you need to relax your body or your mind. For example, before taking a test or a presentation, before a game or a performance, before bed, or just whenever you want to slow down and be calm. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Yes, deep breathing is a great way to cope and calm down. However, remember, there are many other ways to cope. Let's look at these ideas one more time. Reading, music, journaling, exercising, drinking hot chocolate, talking to friends, and watching TV are just a few ideas. We have all been in some tough situations in our lives. It is hard to go through tough times alone. One of the best things that you can do is to talk to someone. There are trusted adults all over campus. Even if they can't help you now, they know how to get in touch with people who can help you. Let's share some things that you enjoy doing that can help you take care of you. Teachers, please give the students a few minutes to brainstorm what they can put on their self-care plan, as well as reviewing resiliency and self-awareness. Wow, those were some great ideas and some great discussion. Something else we would like to discuss today is the idea of challenging irrational thinking. What is irrational thinking? Irrational thoughts can be annoying, discouraging, and even dangerous. Anxiety can be magnified by irrational thoughts. For example, the thoughts that something bad will happen or I will make a mistake might lack evidence but can still have an impact on how you feel. By examining the evidence and challenging these thoughts, you can reduce anxiety and stress. Your thoughts have the power to change how you feel. If you think of something sad, it's likely you'll start to feel sad. The opposite is also true. When you think of something positive and calming, you feel relaxed. Creating a routine will help you remember to do important things like homework and chores. A good routine will also have plenty of time for free time and having fun. A routine means doing the same things every day. For example, brushing your teeth every night right before bed. Write down your routine and put it somewhere you can see it, like on the fridge or in your room. Include time for resting, snacks, and texting friends. Scatter fun things throughout your routine so you don't get too bored. For difficult tasks, plan even the little things. For example, think of a quiet place where you can always do homework. Or, if mornings are difficult, lay out clothes the night before. It takes time to learn a new routine. A friend or a trusted adult can remind you what's next in your day and help you stay on track. Now we are going to do another relaxation activity called ocean breathing. Ocean breathing is a skill that will help you calm down. Close your eyes and imagine ocean waves. Each wave crashes onto the shore and then gently rolls back into the ocean. Breathe in slowly through your nose and imagine the sound of breathing in as a wave rolling back into the ocean. Put your lips together like you are blowing through a straw and slowly breathe out. Imagine the sound of breathing out as an ocean wave crashing onto the shore. Keep breathing in through your nose and out through your lips, imagining ocean waves. Practice for 1 minute. I hope this lesson today helped you define and understand coping strategies, self-awareness, and self-care. Please pick a few options for self-care. Self-care is so important for stress management, symptoms of mental health issues, and managing difficult circumstances we may face. Today's wellness video lesson and activities were developed by our district licensed mental health professionals. Remember, we want you to know that it's okay to speak with someone if you feel you need some help or support. Teachers are available, and you can always see your school counselor and talk to your parents or guardians. We hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and we look forward to seeing you for our next wellness video.